The following program is a part of Black Squirrel Entertainment.
We've got a great show for you all tonight.
We've got Kanye discussions.
We've got Ohio celebrities.
We've got games.
And live from Kent State, it's the Blurb Live! Welcome back. I'm your host with the 700-day streak on Duolingo, Rocco Grassi.
And I'm the guy who took 2 semesters of Spanish in high school, then gave up, Nick Keller.
Do you remember anything?
Just the basics.
Okay, well, that's what's important.
No, well, there's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, we'll figure it out. Our top story tonight, the beloved figure of multicultural awareness and expansion, the Duolingo bird, has been found dead. The brand posting on TikTok various videos claiming the bird has died, including one with Duolingo in a casket with the caption, quote, "I can't hear the audio, so I hope it's a sad song," and a very not sad song playing in the background. The company has had other changes to express their grief, including a profile picture being a very dead Duolingo and them selling a Duolingo plush in a limited edition casket box that they come in. We here at The Blurb are mourning the passing of our beloved cultural queen, Duo.
We stand for you, Duo.
It's so sad.
We see you.
I wonder how Dua Lipa feels. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure she's
handling heartbroken.
as much as she can. Yeah, well, in happier news, what's faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound? Not Steel, that's for sure. But Steel himself, well, Shaquille O'Neal anyway, at least got a glimpse at Superman's suit from James Gunn's upcoming movie, which means we get the best look yet. In a spot advertising NBA on TNT, Shaq eyes up Superman's suit as it sits on display, who said, quote, "Biceps too small, the boots will never fit, and the belt, not that thin anymore. I thought I sent them my sizes," end quote. Enter David Cornsweat, decked out like Clark Kent, and then James Gunn, who shows his delight at meeting the OG superhero. Next, Gunn introduces the two, outright calling Cornsweat Superman, much to the dismay of the 7'1" NBA legend, who was under the impression he was meeting Gunn for the job. He does, after all, have the Superman logo tattooed on his bicep.
I would totally watch a Shaquille O'Neal Superman movie.
Real. I think it would be really cool, actually.
Yeah. Dunking on his enemies. Well, Team Jacob fans rise up as Taylor Lautner, who captured teen hearts as a werewolf in the Twilight franchise in the late 2000s, will now hunt the mythical creatures in a new scripted television series starring as himself. Taylor Lautner, Werewolf Hunter, is in the works at Amazon MGM Studios, according to an exclusive report from Variety. He is slated to serve as the show's executive producer. Lautner confirmed to Variety's report on Instagram, writing out, quote, "Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in." Lautner is most associated with his role as Jacob Black in Twilight. He played a werewolf in an angsty love triangle with Bella Swan, played by Kristen Stewart, and vampire Edward Cullen, played by Robert Pattinson.
That's crazy that they shoved him right back
Isn't
into
it
the love
crazy?
triangle stuff.
Right? Were you Team Jacob or Edward? I'm just curious.
I was Team Jacob.
That's fair. Me too.
So was me Madre.
Oh,
So,
good.
yeah.
I love that for her.
Yeah. Well, Captain America Brave New World star Anthony Mackie surprised audiences at a screening of the film by making a special appearance, which was documented by moviegoers and posted to social media on Friday. He also came with another surprise for his audience. The screening happened to fall on Valentine's Day, so the actor decided to choose romance, as he brought and handed out roses to women in the audience. I bet none of these women expected to be romanced by the one and only Captain America.
Well, I mean, that is just an honor.
I wouldn't be upset.
That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be either.
Yeah.
You know? Well, the hit sketch show Saturday Night Live celebrated its 50th anniversary this weekend and had lots to talk about. The Saturday slot, which usually occupies the sketch show, was instead replaced with a homecoming concert, and the special being instead aired on Sunday. The parade, hosted by Jimmy Fallon, had a number of different artists performing, such as Miley Cyrus, Bad Bunny, Miss Lauryn Hill, Snoop Dogg, Post Malone performing with the Nirvana band in a special tribute, and Andy Samberg singing his iconic gift-wrapped love song, with Lady Gaga taking the role of Justin Timberlake.
It was really funny when it was when
it was
Gaga
so
started
good.
playing. They
Yeah.
were doing "Shallow," and then it cuts to that song. And it was so funny.
It was perfect. I was a big fan of it.
Caught me off guard, but it was hilarious. Well, the actual Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special, which aired on February 16th, was a star-studded 3.5-hour celebration of the show's 5-decade legacy. The event attracted nearly 15 million viewers, making it NBC's most-watched primetime entertainment broadcast in 5 years. The special opened with Paul Simon and Sabrina Carpenter performing Homeward Bound, followed by Steve Martin's humorous monologue. Throughout the night, a blend of classic and new sketches featured appearances by former cast members and celebrities. including Bill Murray, Eddie Murphy, Adam Sandler, Meryl Streep, and Emma Stone. Notable sketches included a star-studded Black Jeopardy and the return of Debbie Downer. Musical performances were a highlight, with Miley Cyrus and Brittany Howard delivering a rendition of Nothing Compares to You, and Paul McCartney closing the show with a medley of Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, and The End. The special also featured an In Memoriam segment, honoring past contributors and retrospective sketches that humorously reflected on the show's cultural impact over the decades.
For them having so many recurring sketches, none of them felt outdated or old.
No, seriously.
It was a really good episode.
Especially the old ones that they brought back.
Yeah, it was a really great little comeback.
Yeah.
Well, don't go anywhere, because right after the break, we'll be discussing the controversial Kanye West.
I think y'all know what time it is. It's time for more Behind the Blurb, the only show that has literally all the Swifties on Kent. I say that because today Behind the Blurb, we have probably the biggest Swiftie in all of Kent State University, especially student media, and more importantly, making their Blurb debut on a Behind the Blurb. So with that being said, please welcome Jillian Arthur.
Hi.
And the crowd goes wild.
It's good to be here.
It is.
Thanks for having me here.
It is
This
great.
is exciting.
It is great. Well, welcome to the Blurb as a whole, fondly enough, because this is your first time. I guess technically not, because you were in a Behind the Blurb last semester, briefly, like for the whole, I guess, the Halloween costume thing.
I was.
Yeah, there was a Blurb on the curb, specifically, not Behind the Blurb, but there was a Blurb
Oh, I
on the
remember
curb
that.
where you were
I
interviewed for
was.
what you were going to do a specific Taylor album
Yes.
costume.
That was my album debut. That was so fun because I was walking back to my dorm and I saw you guys and I was like, no way! I know them.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess that's technically your debut, your soft debut, but this is your official launch in the spring 25 semester, and that's how we're going to kick it. So with that being said, I have some questions for you. So with that being said, let's get into them. So obviously, you're brand new to the Blurb. This is your first time debut as a cast member of the show and as a digital reporter. So I want to ask, how did you discover the Blurb and what ultimately made you decide to join it?
So I've known about the Blurb for a while because since my first semester, I've been really involved with student media. I'm an active member on this show right here. I do a lot of production. So I've done all kinds of things with kind of like student media. So I've known about it for a while. It just took me a bit to kind of get into it just because of there's so much student media has to offer. There's so many shows that, I have to like ease into it. But yeah, just being around has helped me learn a lot.
That's great, yeah. And you've, like, obviously, like, we know each other. The audience has just met you, but like from what we've gathered upon each other, your interests line up with the show, which we're about to dive into here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a lot of pop culture interests, so you were a great fit for the show.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Certainly. So, that being said, the next thing I want to ask is, from the Blurb moments you've seen, whether it's like, in person, or if it is just through like rewatching moments from the YouTube channel or whatnot, I want to ask you, what was your favorite Blurb moment that you've witnessed?
I would say it's more so an episode, but I don't remember if it was last semester or the one before. I think it was the one before, so spring 24. I did production. I was filling in for CG, and it was the Decades episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was such an ambitious episode.
Yeah.
And it was so great. I got to be my man Kilroy, Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. That was very fun. I thought it was really cool how you guys did that, and I like how there's themes. I think themes make it fun, and I thought that was very creative.
Yeah, I love to have themes within the show. I think it just adds more to the style of things, and it's just a great time. So anytime you make a video debut that's not this, you'll definitely be told on the theme so you can match in with everybody. We should totally have another time travel episode. Wink wonk.
We should do a future one.
Okay, see, I don't know about that.
Okay,
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
we'll see.
Jillian Arthur, everybody. And by the way, no, she's not my sister. We will be right back for more programming.
Throughout his career, Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has created multiple albums with generational influence in the music industry. However, Ye is not without controversy, especially in recent times with his anti-Semitic rhetoric on X and with putting his wife in some uncomfortable situations. But no matter what controversy Ye is involved in, people can't seem to forget that he made Graduation. So today, I'm here with Vinny and Nick to discuss the absurd unfolding of Ye's career.
It's been a career.
It's definitely been one of the careers of all time. It's
Yeah.
something that I can't talk to people about and be like, you know, I love being a Kanye fan, but at the same time I don't.
It's so embarrassing
It's
now
so
to
awesome.
be like, hey, have you heard that one Kanye song? Because now it's like,
Not even that, just like, I feel like my friends will send me like tweets or like anything he does is like, hey Vinny, look at this. You hear about this? You hear about this? That's your favorite artist.
yeah.
And he's not my favorite artist.
So
I just
embarrassing.
like him.
That's so embarrassing.
He's like my
now.
top 3.
Yeah.
I think one of the hardest things to do in this type of situation is separating the art from the artist.
Yes.
Like, I can acknowledge that Ye has made some phenomenal music. He made Graduation, but at the end of the day, you are supporting him by
Right.
listening to this music, and that's something that's a little bit troubling.
It's an absolutely like, it's a huge like paradox for people who really want to listen to what they actually truly enjoy, especially something with like Kanye West. Like obviously people are like saying, oh, well you listen to his music, you're giving him money by doing so, but it's just like something that you like grew up with. And before like Kanye like started to be like this really controversial person, back then he wasn't like doing that, and that was just the art at that point. So it's like that hasn't changed, but he has, and it's a really, really tough situation to be in.
Yeah, he actually did a complete 180. I mean, before he was wearing, you know, anti-Nazi shirts and he was promoting black rights, and now it's just completely gone the opposite
Completely the other
direction.
way.
Now he's selling Nazi merch on his
Yeah.
store. So that's
Yeah, it's absurd, isn't it?
someone forgot their meds.
Oh,
You
anyway.
know, that's enough smack talking. For
Yeah.
Now, let's say something good that this man has done, which might be a little bit difficult. But what are your favorite albums of his?
Musically, he's done great things.
He has done great things.
I
musically.
agree.
Outside that, no.
I would say my favorite album from him personally is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which I know is a pick for a lot of people, but that is literally one of my favorite albums of all time. It shows you how you can not be a perfect person, but you don't want to let like your imperfections ruin other people's lives. You just kind of have to learn to control that yourself and just embrace the best part of you, which is what I love about that album. It has such an amazing message.
Yeah.
It's something that he could use right now, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That album really just encapsulates what a rap album should be. I think it's, as far as rap albums, that's extremely high up there.
Absolutely.
What about you?
I gotta say, I like the classics. I really like College Dropout.
Yes.
Great album.
That's one of my
Phenomenal.
favorites as well.
Yeah. There's so many
Revolutionary.
classics on there. So many good bangers. It's just.
Yeah.
It's an absolute classic like the Chipmunk Soul era too, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely amazing production on it, especially too because it was like Kanye's like first pieces of work, and I always bring the College Dropout as an example of like, hey, a debut album can still be really good. Don't use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the amount of hoops that he had to jump through just to get that album out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He was really the first person to declare that, you know, a producer can also rap.
Yeah.
There weren't really many of that, or many people that were doing that at that time.
That's so true. He was really like the first one to actually make it big out there in that category. Especially too with like, it's a really lengthy album, The College Dropout.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
And it's got I don't think a single track is bad. I'm gonna be
Right.
honest.
No, you're right. It's perfectly. I don't think there's a skip on there. Because
Absolutely.
I'm doing this thing now where I like to listen to whole albums like all the way through,
yeah.
like from start to finish. And I did that with College Dropout recently. It wasn't like this past week. It was like a couple months ago. But
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I haven't skipped a single song yet.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, especially with that being his debut album.
I know.
Some outstanding storytelling on
Oh,
it,
yeah.
too.
Oh,
yeah.
When you're
absolutely.
listening to it, it feels like you're watching a movie. It's
Really?
really unique.
Yeah, yeah. I really do miss the old Kanye.
I do too. That could
know-
bring us to Life of Pablo, which is also a favorite of mine.
Life of Pablo bangs.
That's really high up there for me too.
Did want to throw that out there, just say.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You're gonna make fun of me for this, but I like Jesus is King.
I mean,
I
it's
enjoy
fine to
listening
like
to
it.
Christian music.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
Yeah, it's as far as Christian music goes, that's probably the best Christian rap album to ever have been put out there. I have not heard a better one.
Don't know.
And, you know,
Donda, I liked Donda, actually.
Donda's good.
Yeah.
Donda's really
Yeah.
good in my opinion.
Yeah.
Jesus King, I feel like was like it's not like the best album that he's made, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily that bad of an album. I feel like the only issue with it was it just felt kind of rushed and it was really short and there's like filler and whatnot.
Yeah.
But even then, it still got some really great highs, and
Mm-hmm.
it was really cool and like awesome to say like, hey, Jesus King is his worst album. It's not even that bad.
That reminds
Right.
me of, bringing up Donda reminds me of the craziness that was going on when he was supposed to be releasing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came out and it was just a black screen for the album cover. And it's still that.
That's typical Kanye.
I'll never forget that because that was the most grueling, like, it was over the course of like a week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where he's like, album will come out today, and then it didn't.
Oh, it was months.
Oh yeah, he dragged
That's how
that.
you're
Kanye
right.
is.
He dragged that
Yeah,
all on.
it'll
You're
be
right.
like a whole year if he's like, yeah, it's coming out now.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't.
They did the thing where he made his own, like, what was it? Right after Donda, he released Donda 2 exclusively
Yeah.
On the stem
Yeah,
player.
on the stem
That's what
player.
it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I still don't know if I've heard that album correctly or not. Because like I'm obviously not getting a stem player just to listen to an album that's
Right.
not even that good.
And it's so expensive. I remember I was looking and I'm
Yeah, it's
like,
like
oh my-
$200.
Yeah, it's crazy.
$200 is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, for one album.
For one
Yeah.
album. Like I think it would have been really cool. Like I get the direction he was going in, but like
Yeah.
I think it would have been cool to like include some of his other projects on there. Especially like you didn't even have to go like back in like the day. You could have done like Life of Pablo or Yeezus
Yeah.
or Kids See Ghosts, something like that.
I was actually gonna bring up Yeezus because I actually like Yeezus a lot.
Yeah, really good.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeezus a lot. That's kind of
Yeah.
a controversial one when I say it's one of my favorites, but I like Yeezus a lot.
Can we quickly? I mean, drastic transition. Can we talk about like some funny Kanye moments?
Oh,
Because
yeah, of course.
that man is unironically like unintentionally funny person. I absolutely love it. One of my favorite moments from him is it's a really popular clip. Him and like Kim Kardashian going back to the house. It's like Kanye won't get his white Yeezys dirty in the dirt. It ain't gonna happen. And he takes his shoes off and goes into the dirt to keep his Yeezys clean. Which I mean, that's Kanye.
We bring it up a lot, but I really like the Super Bowl Apple or the Yeezys commercial.
I have that memorized.
I know you do. It's crazy.
Hey,
I'll
everybody.
near forget about it.
It's
It's so
Ye.
funny. It's Ye. We spent all the money.
On the actual commercial spot, so we didn't have any money for the actual commercial.
You know, my favorite moment of his, the first thing that comes to mind is he and Kim were talking, and she was saying something about not having a jacuzzi in the bathroom, and Kanye goes, "Can you believe that? We don't have a jacuzzi."
Can you believe we don't have a jacuzzi? Oh my god. Or like, I remember that same interview. Kanye, what's the best part about being a dad? The kids.
I forgot about that one.
I love that clip
The kids.
so much. Oh my god. I feel like we do also, I guess while we're in this category, have to bring up like the Taylor VMAs thing
Yeah.
going up.
Beyonce had the best pop album of all time.
Really happy for you, Taylor. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I can't believe that started a whole music fandom hate war.
Truly.
He
Which-
claims that he made Taylor famous as well.
I mean,
Which is.
I
Do you
mean-
think so?
I don't know. Not necessarily, but I was like,
I don't know
what?
that I'd agree with that.
I was like, what, 15 when I gained conscious?
That's true.
15?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You
Yeah,
remember
I mean,
anything
think
that
about
you
when
did?
you were 14. You can't.
Yeah, you can't think of anything that you did when you were
I
14.
can remember as far back as like 2016.
That's what I'm saying. I can't remember anything I did past 2017.
Oh.
I
You know
can't
what I
remember
mean?
anything I did 5 minutes ago. Well, now that we've discussed the most confusing artists in the game, Rocco, Katie, Vinny, and I are going to be reviewing our favorite rap albums of all time.
The rap genre has seen expansive evolution from blues to hip-hop, DJs, or ska. The influence of rap in the modern world is prevalent, and we here at The Blurb are here to dive into some of our favorite rap albums. Does anyone want to start with saying kind of what their favorite rap album is? Or kinda-
you guys know what I'm going to say. It's not necessarily hip hop, but it is basically considered rap, Igor.
Macklemore's. Oh.
Oh yeah,
That's what I
absolutely.
would've said.
Yeah, huge fan of Macklemore. I don't know if you guys know about him.
That's real.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Igor, in my opinion, is amazing. It's my favorite album of all time, and I consider it rap, but I don't consider it hip hop. If that makes any
Yeah.
sense. I love it. Y'all know I love it.
That's fair.
I'll let y'all go.
Sure.
Yeah, I would definitely say To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. I think that the storytelling and the activism and the meaning and the sounds too. It was very unique, like jazzy sound to it, and I love that.
Yeah.
It is also regarded as the best hip hop album of all time by so many people.
That's true. It's not a hot take what you have.
Like
So-
that's an amazing pick.
I've been bumping a lot of Childish Gambino lately. I don't have a specific favorite rap album. I know some stanza from here, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers most recently, and Band of Sound in the New World by Childish Gambino.
I personally am gonna have to say this is probably maybe more pop, but it still kind of falls in like rap when it's dark out. G-Eazy is probably one of my more favorite.
I haven't listened
I
to
like
as much
it-
of him, so I haven't.
I was like it because he's like a little bit more like I don't know with the like his lyrics and stuff. He's not
Yeah.
like more
Yeah.
typical rap.
How big is he? Like more like huge, or is he?
He's not as big as like the other names that we're gonna like mention throughout here, but like I guess he was bigger when him and Halsey were together.
Yeah, I think that was really his
okay.
peak.
I got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard the name. I just don't know any of the songs off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So
That's okay. That's okay. There's another one I do want to mention. I guess could be considered rap. Again, it's more neo-psych, but anything from Man on the Moon trilogy by Kid Cudi.
yeah.
I do want to mention that because I think all three of those albums are absolutely perfect, absolutely magical.
Yeah. I'm curious. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but "Speeding Bullet to Heaven" was a pretty controversial album when it first
Very,
came
very
out.
controversial, and that's basically like grunge, and he was like trying way too hard to like go into that different genre. I don't think it's necessarily like, oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever heard, but I do think it is pretty
Yeah,
bad. I'm not gonna
no,
lie.
for sure, for sure.
I was gonna say like speaking of switching genres, like
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly, and like he was like very heavy rap when he first started out, and then he like slowly started going more pop.
Yeah.
He got bullied out of the rap scene.
Got bullied out of the rap
Same
scene
thing with
and
like
is
Post
pretty bullied
Malone. I feel
out.
like he did kind of rap-ish. And
Yeah.
like,
In my opinion, with like Post Malone though, I feel like he fits better outside of the rap
he
genre.
he's very genre bending, which I really appreciate.
He's always been experimental. Like even in Stoney, you could hear there were
Yeah.
a lot of different sounds. There was,
For sure.
you know, White Iverson.
Yeah.
And that's really how I found him. That's really I think how most people found him as well.
One that I've been kind of diving into recently that I would like to mention is Food by MF Doom.
Amazing.
Oh
album.
yeah.
It is
Amazing
a
album.
phenomenal album to listen to. And that was kind of where I first started off. I highly recommend that one if you haven't heard
Okay,
it.
I'm
It's
definitely gonna have to listen to that.
It's different. I don't know if is it experimental. I don't want to say it's like experimental.
At the time, it was very
yeah.
different.
It's different from a lot of like of the rap that's like music out at the time. So I really like it. It is aged very nicely.
You didn't hear that kind of sampling really.
Yeah.
At the time.
Well, I
Except
know
for like
Wu-Tang.
Jay Dilla.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Wu-Tang Clan was one.
Also,
love Wu-Tang, so.
also Madlib, who made
Yeah.
Mad Villainy with MF
Yeah.
Doom, my personal favorite
Yeah.
from MF Doom. Just want to throw that out there. Best collab album of all time.
Yeah. There was like a lot of big groups like Brockhampton and Odd Future.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like I think Brockhampton's kind of died down a lot as of recently.
They are
Which sucks because I saw a post. I think it was a tweet at one point, and it was saying that like since Brockhampton was disbanded after like Man on the Moon, the TM, the Mountain Trilogy, none of the actual like solo albums that they've released have kind of had that commercial success, except like because Black Bear hasn't released anything. There was Kevin Abstract, who was even recently in Blossom for a concert, and there wasn't much traction because he was opening for Glass Animals.
Right.
So I think it's kind of interesting to see like not the downfall, but like the like depolarizing popularity that they have.
One, oh, sorry, you want to go?
Oh, I was gonna say someone like I would say we were talking a little bit about that, but like someone like new to the scene, Doechii. Like
Yeah.
I love her stuff so much.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like her music videos, that like her storytelling within her like lyrics is so good. I love that. I love that, you know, she's finally like getting Grammys and like
I stand by it. She will be one of the biggest names in rap in the next 10 years.
I agree.
For sure.
I fully agree.
Like no question. I love everything she's doing. She's bringing us some great stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what she does with it.
Yeah, she's bringing back that conscious sound, almost kind of like what Capital
Absolutely.
Steez was doing.
And she's not afraid to speak her mind, which I really respect.
Yes. Yes.
Like it's very refreshing to see it.
A whole classic that I want to mention is Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent. I love that album.
Yep.
It's growing off me like a tiny bit, but I still absolutely love it, and I think it is one of the best hip hop
Yeah,
albums of all time.
that's the one of In the Club, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say like I always find myself going back to that song.
And
I know there's
Candy
another
Shop.
one. Candy Shop. That's
Candy
the other one
Shop.
I always hear.
It is honestly 50 Cent's only good album.
I
throw it out there.
can't name any other 50 Cent album personally. So.
Yeah, actually me neither. So
Yeah, they're all bad.
you're probably right on that.
in
I'm
the
being
club.
so for real.
Wasn't he in the Super Bowl like 3 years back?
Yeah.
he was.
That was one of my favorite Super Bowl
That was
performances.
like because they had like a bunch of
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop
Snoop
Dogg.
Dogg,
yeah, Eminem.
Dr.
J.
Dre.
Blige.
I was gonna say, yeah, a very like heavy rap, which I feel like makes it work, especially now. Like I feel like that set like a precedent for like Kendrick to do like this year's Super Bowl
for
of
sure.
actually having like a rap.
It took away from like a lot of the fear, I think, because I feel like the Super Bowl is scared to have a rap artist.
Yeah.
And there's no reason. It's so versatile. There's so much
Yeah.
creativity within it that it's like, yeah, I think I agree. I think they've completely broken the barrier of like
Like
the fear of it.
it was a lot of like pop and stuff, especially it's like with Bruno Mars and Beyonce, like we kind of got like more of that pop, but then like actually going into rap, that was like so cool when they were able to do that during that halftime show.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the miseducation of Lauryn Hill?
Oh,
I always
man.
bring that up to like any rap conversation because I truly think it is not only the best female album of all time, but it's literally something that was like way ahead of its time.
It is peak.
It is
I mean,
peak.
it is the pinnacle of rap albums.
It is also one of the only albums where I unironically listen to skits all the way through.
Miss Lauryn Hill is an artist that has only released one album, and it is commercial. It is incredible.
One of the best. Yeah.
Like she mastered it. She got it. She doesn't need it anymore.
I mean, it's definitely her best album.
Sorry, I just kicked in. I didn't realize you said that.
Actually, no, those.
I know. We were talking about it a little bit before the show started, but kind of joke rap, which is like BB No Money, Macklemore, Young Gravy, or it's kind of being brought up. I will say Macklemore has had a very intense tone shift, where he's kind of been like discussing like thrifting and stuff. It wasn't very like culturally like out there at the time, and it's like he was talking a lot about that stuff, but also like now he's had a very large like political shift, and he is very outspoken about political issues, and I think it's really interesting.
Can I be honest? I don't like him right now, though, at
Yeah?
all. His music sucks right now. I slept through Ben. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's fair.
I slept halfway through, had to wake up, realize, oh crap, I have to listen to the rest of this crappy album. And then I listened to it. It was the worst experience of my life. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I feel like the story with like Young Gravy and like BB No Money though, is they literally started off like as like that kind of meme of being like, oh, we're just gonna make music for the internet. We're just gonna do this. And then because of TikTok, they started just snowballing into like bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's really cool to see like artists that kind of start off with TikTok, especially where it's like they start off really small and they have like this really progressive like build up, and like they start off as jokes, but they kind of enter the scene with it. But I think that's always good. But we here at the Blurb, as you guys know, love to talk about celebrities. But our hometown state of Ohio has a handful of icons from our beautiful state. Don't go anywhere, because Katie and the cast will be discussing the Ohio natives right after the break.
You know, here at the Blurb, we bring Hollywood to Kent, but these celebrities brought Ohio to Hollywood. From bands to even actors, I guess Ohio is another prestigious place to make on the big screen or even on stage. So, we got to start off with 21 Pilots. I feel like they're like one of the more named people from Ohio.
Yeah, probably so.
They're coming from Columbus.
Yeah. I've never been to Columbus other than driving through, so I have very little to say on the topic of Columbus.
I think I've been to Columbus twice, if I'm being so for real.
I think I've been there 3 times. My cousin lives near it. Obviously, me and Coleman went to see Marshmello at Nationwide Arena, and I went there for a
Obviously.
I forget the word. It's I don't know. It was for together. I honestly forget. My brains.
Yeah.
No worries. We all have those moments.
So, like, notable celebrities from you guys of, like, coming in from Ohio.
This I actually learned. Steven Spielberg, who's like one of my favorite directors of all time.
Like, I was like, wait, he's from Ohio? He's like from like Cincinnati, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I did not know that. Like, having a top name director.
I know, right?
Ohio, and I'm just like,
Sometimes
I thought this place was a meme.
Yeah, sometimes I forget Ohio is like on the higher end population-wise, as far as states go.
Yeah.
Because and I'm like, oh yeah, like these are actually like kind of like big cities. But like, in terms of like cities that are not particularly big, so I actually, there's, I think 2 people who have been main cast on Grey's Anatomy who are from Ohio.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so wild.
So one of them, Justin Chambers, who played Alex Karev,
He's from Ohio.
he's from Springfield, Ohio.
Okay.
And then
I don't know very much about Grey's Anatomy.
I watched a lot of it, like most of it as like my background noise show. My like first 3 or so semesters here.
So sticking with like the hospital like sort of theme, Nick Gelfus, he's from Cleveland. He's on Chicago Med.
Oh, okay.
Him and his brother are both from Cleveland as well.
Well, I mean, it's a medical show, Cleveland Clinic. I think Cleveland might. I don't remember. I know it's. Unfortunately, all of the 3 big cities in Ohio are starting with a C, so I can't tell you for certain if James Pickens Jr. is also from, or if he's from Cleveland, but I don't think it was Columbus, so I think it was either Cleveland or Cincinnati, and he's the other guy that was on Grey's. He's the old guy, Dr. Weber.
You know, speaking of Cincinnati, did you guys know Jerry Springer used to be the mayor of
I
Cincinnati?
did not know that.
Really? No, I did not.
I didn't know
Yes,
that.
he was born and raised in Cincinnati, and he was the mayor of Cincinnati for years. And I'm just like,
Shout out to him.
I'm like, all right. So apparently he was a mayor for a while. That's wild.
So a mayor, one of Steve Wilkos's crew members, bro got his own show. No wonder it's on Fox 8. Was on Fox 8, I should say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Brian, we haven't really heard from you. What was like a celebrity that stands out to you that's from Ohio?
Denzel Ward. You know me. Football. He's actually from my home city of Northfield. So Nordonia represent. Go Knights. Yeah, I know the Browns haven't done too well, but the fact that football players can also become actors have done that. You've seen Myles Garrett do it before. That's why he's part owner of the Cavs. So Heartland, yay. But yeah, I mean, it's happy to know that somebody from your own city is also a star on that.
You know, one of my favorite actresses. Guys, don't laugh at me that I say that I like Riverdale, but I do. Lily Reinhart.
I just admitted to liking Grey's Anatomy.
Literal
admit to liking
queen.
it. I
She's
like
from
Grey's Anatomy.
Cleveland.
Oh,
and
that's
I
so cool.
completely forgot that she was watching that, and I'm just like, oh,
That's so
Ohio
cool.
does not deserve you.
Yeah.
Who is she playing in Riverdale? I'm sorry,
She was
I
like the
haven't seen
main
Riverdale.
character. I can't think of the character's name right now, but she was like the main, she was Betty. That was the name.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
she was Betty in
okay.
Riverdale.
That makes
Yep.
I'm trying to think, because I tried so hard to find someone that was like, people would know the name from where my family lives, which is Shaker Heights. Oh my gosh, I just doxed my family.
Actually, Travis and Jason Kelsey
Yeah.
are from Shaker Heights.
Are they from Shaker, really?
I
don't
believe
think they are.
Cleveland Heights, according to Travis
Cleveland
Kelce.
Heights,
Cleveland
right.
Heights. Okay.
Yeah.
I know
it's
one
like,
of the Heights.
yeah.
I don't know which one
I
was,
didn't
I'm
think it was
sorry.
Shaker because I was like, that would have come up when I did the Control F
Oh,
on the
that's
page.
true.
So, but it was like, I saw a few actors, and I think probably some sports names. I just don't know sports names, so that
Fair
didn't
enough.
help. I wasn't much help there.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we've not heard from you very much, Peter. I'd
I was
like
gonna
to
say,
hear what you
For
have to say.
me, honestly, this I also just went recently. Woody Harrelson's from Ohio.
I was so surprised. Like, I read about that this morning, and I'm just like, Woody Harrelson's from Ohio?
I know, that's crazy.
Like, okay, he's done so much cool stuff that I'm just like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
the more I started to read into like people who are from Ohio, and I'm just like, again, it's
Like,
like,
why is Ohio suddenly so cool to me?
that's what I mean. It's like, why are we actually like kind of a prestigious state to have like people go and like do cool stuff?
There are
Yeah.
two things I can say about that. One, our state is shaped like a heart if you curve it.
A little bit.
Because of Lake Erie, it kind of makes it look like a heart. And two, it's just nice to be in the heartland. I can't say Cleveland's the. To me, I was born and raised here, so obviously biased. But at the same time, I feel like it's a good place to at least learn, and then if you don't like the weather or anything, then you can make your
That's a
judgment.
good point.
You know who I also really love? Who she wasn't actually born here. She's technically honorable mention. She was born in Illinois, but she was raised in Cleveland. Catherine Hahn.
Oh,
She is.
No way.
She was born in Illinois. Her parents moved here when she was like 1 or 2 years old, and she was born was raised in Cleveland. And I'm like, oh, she was in Cleveland, and then she moved away again to go to college. But she spent majority of her life in Ohio.
That's a pretty similar story to what I gathered from my brief research about Allison Janney, because she was born in Boston, but pretty quickly moved to Ohio and like grew up in, I think like, I forget which ones. It's C names again. But it was like 2 of the bigger cities, I think.
Okay.
At least one of them was one of the big C cities.
Okay, yeah.
I just saw one just now.
Ooh, which
Joe and Anthony Russo, like they directed Captain America: The Winter
yeah.
Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and then the upcoming Doomsday and Secret Wars films.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool. Again,
Yeah.
more directors that I'm like, I didn't know they were from Ohio.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Another one, this is going way back to Disney Channel, Allison Stoner. Like, this is like Camp Rock, like level of like, that's what I mean.
my
I'm
gosh.
throwing way back Disney Channel.
I
She's also from Ohio.
I swear I know the name. I need you to give me like the. I need
The
you
one
to
who
give me a
does like the
reference.
weird.
Oh
Like,
yes,
Camp Rock. I
that
knew
girl.
you
Yes,
knew who
that's
I
who.
was talking
That's
about.
yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about.
As soon as I said that, I'm like, I knew you know exactly.
She's
who-
really good.
She's really good. But yeah, she is also from Ohio. Again,
I love
it's coming
that.
back to the C words again, and I can't
Yeah.
remember which one that she's from. But
The
yeah.
darn C words.
There's one more. It's another Browns player.
That would make sense.
I just lost his name. He's one of our newer players. He's from Streetsboro, and he went to Ohio State. I'll think of his name again in a minute. Every time I think of something, it leaves my brain.
I was gonna say another big one. This is more of like a YouTube sort of.
I was
like
gonna say,
level
do we have
ones.
time for?
We have to. If we talk about Ohio, we have to talk about Jake and Logan Paul. They were both from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Again, going back to that Disney Channel. Both becoming very, very famous YouTube stars, and now apparently also boxers.
Boxing,
That
yeah.
was random, but it is what it is.
When you said YouTube, I thought you were gonna say Matt.
I
Pat.
really was like, can we end this on Matt Pat on like a positive note? Just the fact that Matt Pat is from Medina.
I was gonna say, which one of
shout out to
these
that
were
guy.
like shocking to you guys? For me, it was Catherine Hahn.
Matt Pat.
Woody Harrelson.
Oh man, shocking to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably the Allison Janney part, just because I didn't really know a whole lot about her like at all.
That's so real. I felt like I actually really got to learn a lot more about Ohio and like our culture and like.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we always talk about bringing Hollywood, to Kent, but
Maybe it's already here.
I was gonna say, I feel like Ohio's already going on to Hollywood. If you're a stay-at-home mom or even scrolled on TikTok, you probably have seen her. However, do you know enough about Wendy Williams to win trivia? Well, Vinny's gonna be challenging the cast with just that right after this.
Welcome back. One of my favorite and least favorite people, Wendy Williams, has been taking over my life for absolutely no reason as of late. So I thought it would be fun to create a trivia game on all the wacky stuff that she said on air. I have 3 experts here with me, 3 Wendy Williamers. Are we excited?
Yeah, that's all right. Wendy Williamers.
Yes, exactly.
That's her fan base.
That's the fan base. All right, let's get into the question then. First question. What does Wendy Williams always use to wipe her tears? Is it A, a Q-tip, B, tissues, C, a sponge, or D, her sleeve? I think you guys can get
Did
this.
anyone actually watch Wendy Williams growing up? I'm curious.
I did.
No.
You did?
I did not. I have not.
I've only ever seen stuff
Oh,
about
sorry.
her on TikTok.
All right, Nick just flashed the answer. All right,
Sorry.
3, 2,
Silly
1,
goose.
flip. All right, the correct answer was A, a Q-tip. So Nick and Rocco got that one. All righty.
So good.
I appreciate the safe answer going though.
Of course.
Good answer, Katie. All right. Number 2.
Silence.
This one should be a little bit easier. I think you guys will get this one. Fill in the blank. Clap if you A, have ever been to a fat camp, B, ever wanted to kill somebody, C, if she should suffer, or D, all of the above.
Oh, dude. Oh, man.
Oh no.
I don't-
That's going to be.
All of us know the answer, and I don't think any of us want to flip it. All right, 3, 2, 1. It's D, all of the above.
Yo.
Everyone got it.
You threw me for a loop. I was full sending C. And I was like, wait,
'Cause-
she would have said all that.
Because I remember the clip like, all right, clap if you've ever been to a fat camp.
I knew the
Okay, a
first.
few of you fatties, did it work?
I knew the first one, and I knew this third one was right, and I'm like, no
It's
shot.
gotta-
she also
it's
said the
gotta be
second
all the
thing,
above.
too.
There's no
Clap
way.
if you think she should die.
All right, question number 3. What famous pop artist has Wendy Williams never heard of? Is it A, Taylor Swift, B, Lana Del Rey, C, Imogen Heap, or D, Charlie XCX?
Oh, that's a toughie.
I know.
It's a very
Bumping
funny
that,
clip.
bumping that.
Oh man, I don't know.
360.
You get some time to think about it.
I don't know.
I'm
This
locked
answer
in.
resonated to me first, so I don't know.
I don't know.
That's fair.
All right, all right.
I'm just going with it.
I thought.
Ready?
Never mind.
3, 2, 1, flip. Okay, the correct answer is B, Lana Del Rey.
Oh.
So it was on a clip. Oh yeah, Katie got it, by the way. I just want to reiterate that. It was on like some clip. She comes out and talks about Lana Del Rey. Said, yeah, there's this Lana Del Rey. I have no idea who she is. Clap if you ever heard of Lana Del Rey. And then nobody claps. Which is crazy, the disrespect to Lana Del Rey. I love Lana Del Rey. I'm just
There's a
wanna throw
tunnel
that
under Ocean Boulevard for real.
out there. Yeah,
Wendy
exactly.
Williams did not know this.
She clearly did not know that.
She
I
doesn't know
mean,
Florida, apparently.
Born to die.
Born
for
to
real.
die
Clap if
for
you think she's
real.
born to die.
Yeah, but has she ever met Norman friggin' Rockwell?
exactly. Guys, these are all references. Isn't that crazy? Okay, question number 4. What has Wendy Williams fainted while dressed as? Is it A, the Statue of Liberty, B, a bus driver, C, Lady Gaga, or D, a robber? This is such a
I can picture
funny.
the video in my head right now.
I'm thinking of it
4K.
right now.
Insane.
It's so.
I can see the stumble and everything. It's so funny.
just the way she's like,
Oh God, I don't know. Like I can see it, but I don't know what it is.
oh, I'll give you some time, Katie.
I'm putting something. I don't know if this is right. I don't even remember
Okay.
the options, but it's fine.
All right. Ready?
Panicking.
3, 2, 1, flip. The answer is A, the Statue of Liberty. Oh, you got it.
Okay.
Wendy Williams stumbled so Chapel Roan could run.
She is the.
That is a crazy
Statue of
reference.
Liberty.
Dude. I don't think I've ever seen anything past just the fact of her fainting.
That was the
It's
most.
a good clip.
That was the most patriotic thing ever.
I know. She really fell for our country on that day.
Our
Really.
fallen troops.
Our fallen troops on the Wendy Williams show.
Clap if that was patriotic.
We all gotta clap that one up. Absolutely. Wendy Williams is an American
Wendy
hero.
Williams should be celebrated on Veterans Day.
Exactly. I'm gonna celebrate Wendy Williams and Wendy Williams only on Veterans Day.
I wear the Statue of Liberty. And you don't wear white after the day after.
You don't wear white? All right, well, anyway, question number 5. Who is an icon, a legend, and the moment? And I really want you to think about this one because what you might be thinking is probably not right. Is it A, Peppa Pig, B, Rainy Rodriguez, C, Sandy Cheeks, or D, Beyonce?
I don't know this one.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna throw one out there.
I'm also gonna toss one out.
Because there have been multiple versions of this, but they've all been edited. One of these is the actual original, so I want you to.
There's so many real answers that could
It could
be there.
be literally all of them.
Literally
and I
any
would
of
not
those
be
could be
shocked.
right.
And all of
honestly.
them are actually queens and icons, but like,
This is true.
which one was she talking about?
Exactly. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, flip. All right, looks like none of you got it. The correct answer was Rainy Rodriguez.
I mean,
She
valid.
knows who Rainy Rodriguez is?
but
But
not
she's not
Lana Del Rey.
Because Lana Del Rey is. I gotta be honest. When I was researching like the original clip, I didn't know who she was until I was like, oh, that's that one person.
Really?
Yeah, cause like Lana Del Rey, one of the most famous pop artists like right now.
Yeah,
or
so
at
is
least-
Rainy Rodriguez.
But Rainy Rodriguez, I mean, when you think of female actors, who do you think of? Not her, right? Like, come on. Clap if you ever heard of her. I'm only clapping because I've heard of her now. I mean, valid stuff to think about, you know what I mean? All right, well, question number 6. This is such a fun game. Who did Wendy Williams wish death upon? Is it A, Britney Spears, B, Mr. Spears, C, quote, all of them, or D, all of the above? Think about this one. Think about this one, because it's probably what you're thinking. All right, 3, 2, 1, flip.
Is it C?
It's actually D, all of the above.
Oh.
I thought she was
So
just
Katie
cursing
caught
out.
that one.
out
So
there.
okay,
I thought it was
the clip is like, I'm disappointed in you, Mr. Spears. You too, Mrs. Spears. Death to all of them.
So why was it
all
Britney
of the
Spears?
above.
It's both. It's
Why does she hate Britney?
I don't know.
But that's not what it was.
she'd be
Death
beefing
to
with a
all of
wall if she walked into it.
But that's not the
like-
to all of them. Am I crazy?
No,
All right.
don't know.
Anyway, question number 7. How has Wendy Williams mispronounced Dua Lipa? Is it A, Dua Lipa, B, Dupa Lips, C, Dua Peep, or D, both A and C?
Oh, so can you say the options again?
Sure. A, Dua Pipa, B, Dupa Lips, C, Dua Peep, or D, both A and C?
There's no way.
I fear.
I'm gonna take.
I fear there is a way.
As a Dua
All right.
Lipa fan, I fear.
I'm gonna take
3,
a stab.
2, 1.
I feel like you
flip.
would do an all of the above again. I feel like it's just.
It's both A and C. D.
I fear.
So Nick,
As a
You're the
Kate-
professor that would do all of the above every time.
Listen. The last one's fill in the blank. We're gonna get through this right now because we are kind of running out of time here. This is a fill in the blank.
Okay.
So, he was charged with violence, domestic assault. Fill in the blank.
Like say it or like write it.
You can write it.
He was okay.
You can write it down. Alrighty. Looks like we're all finishing up here. 3, 2, 1. The correct answer was, isn't he just so dreamy? Well, after talking about someone who was charged with violence and domestic assault, so none of you got that, unfortunately. But that's all the time we have from the Blurb for you tonight. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and oh yeah, I do want to mention the winner before we do close out the
that's
show,
good.
which of course would be, I'm pretty sure, Katie.
Go.
You're pretty sure, Katie, but you're not 100%.
All right, anyway, back to what I was saying. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube at BSC The Blurb to see more of our beautiful faces and to get more of that celebrity by tuning in next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. for more Hollywood at Kent. Have a great night, Portage County.